UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon kicked off Monday's Security Council debate on peacekeeping with a statement complimenting the flexibility of the UN's peacekeeping missions and their ability to shift from peacekeeping to peace building.
Our operations today are more varied and more complex than ever. And whatever form it takes, multidimensional peacekeeping remains a highly cost-effective investment in progress towards lasting stability. No other international tool is as effective in combining political, security, rule of law, and human rights efforts.
The UN's newest peacekeeping mission, a 3,300-person strong African intervention force bound for Mali, was ratified by the Security Council not even a month ago, and Nigerian troops have been preparing to deploy. They apparently aren't moving quickly enough for France, however, which has unilaterally sent 750 troops backed up by tanks and planes to fight what France says are Islamist militants in the north. The French UN delegation was behind the resolution creating the Mali peacekeeping mission, and yet French Ambassador Gerard Araud said Monday that avoiding duplicity is a priority.
It is also essential, under the leadership of the special representatives of the Secretary General, for peacekeeping operations to be coordinated and to cooperate closely with UN agencies and country teams to find any possible synergies and to avoid a duplication of effort.
Araud spent at least as much time arguing that more French-speaking UN troops should be spent to peacekeeping missions where French is predominantly spoken. He made no mention of his nation's military intervention in Mali. Then came the turn of one of the more cautious voices on the Security Council, that of Russian Ambassador Vitaly Churkin. He spoke indirectly to France's reasons for intervening in Mali, which are said by French officials to be concern for civilian populations in the north. Churkin was clear that such concerns should never be used as excuses or as fronts for military missions that are primarily concerned with political and not humanitarian goals.
We are concerned with the trend for an arbitrary interpretation of the norms of international humanitarian law for civilian protection in armed conflict and mimicking that in responsibility to protect. It's unacceptable to use questions of civilian protection and overall human rights to achieve political goals, and especially as a pretext for interference in the internal affairs of sovereign states.
Churkin could well have been referring to Syria, where France and others are interfering in internal affairs to achieve the overthrow of the Syrian government. On that note, UN Special Envoy to Syria Lakhdar Brahimi met with Ban in Ban's office on Monday. Brahimi is expected to brief the Security Council on the situation in Syria on the 29th. Hank Flynn, Press TV, New York.